Welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Master League and we are going to be featuring the Mewtwo, Hydreigon, and Dialga team again. Just trying to give out another episode about this team. Pretty decent in my opinion, as our goal here is to try to get at least a shield and then hope our backline kind of takes over. Here we have the Mewtwo versus Dialga matchup. This matchup here depends on what they do, but we want to go up to a potential Focus Blast. Our opponent is deciding to stay in. We're going to shield here just in case it's the Draco Meteor. It ends up being the Draco Meteor, and so we're going to be able to shield that huge move from our opponent. Next, we're going to go and throw this Iron Head at this Lugia, as we are trying to just chip away at this Lugia. This Lugia is looking to throw potentially a Sky type or Aeroblast. Ends up being the Aeroblast, and we barely survive by 1 HP, it seems like. They're able to farm us down, but at least we were able to get some extra chip damage with the Iron Head. So we're going to come in here with the Hydreigon and just farm it down and hope for the best. We know that they have the Dialga back there, and we're going to throw this move immediately so that they aren't able to do all those extra Dragon Breath damage. They decided to shield once, and then we decided to switch in with our Mewtwo and force them to take out, force them to use their last shield, or let the Dialga go. So I think that was a great play by us. And then now here, we're just trying our best to throw this extra Side Strike, which gets the shield. And all we have to do now is just one shield and potentially just farm down, because there's no way for them to get to 2 potential Blizzards. And there you go. GG's to our opponent right there. Nice little end game, considering that we actually switched out first and we didn't get the shield in that lead. So nice little way to end it right there. All right, next here we're gonna have Groudon versus the Mewtwo. This Groudon is kind of a core breaker for our entire team, but we're gonna see if we can wiggle out of our situation here. We know that they're gonna throw the move right here. We're gonna shield because we want to play the long game in this matchup here. We're going to throw another Side Strike to get this shield. Okay, perfect. And then now we're just going to try our best to get to another move. But they get to another big charge move right there. And we decided to let it go because we are hoping one shield in the back with our dragons will be able to win our back end. So they do some chip damage to that Fire Blast, and they come back with a Zacian. This Zacian is going to be problematic because it beats our Hydreigon really badly, but we also know that one Iron Hand doesn't KO the Zacian, so unfortunate right there, we aren't able to get that taken out, and looks like our opponent ends up having the Dialga in the back. Nothing we can do right here, except for maybe it has Thunder, and it's just going to throw an Iron Head right here, but it ends up having Draco, and we're not going to be able to win that matchup right there. So GG's to our opponent right there. Kind of a tough situation when we have the Groudon right there. I'm not gonna lie. Nothing we could have done in the front. Maybe we could have done something different in the back. Next game here, we have the Zekrom versus the Mewtwo. The Zekrom is potentially going to throw a super effective crunch. So we're going to shield this. Hope we don't get the debuff. Of course, we get the debuff. So we're going to have to eventually switch out. We go for the Side Strike, they actually tank it. Then they decided to switch into their Lugia. So we decided to come in with our Hydreigon to just do some chip damage. And the thinking here is we want to chip this enough to where we can farm it with either Mewtwo or Dialga. So they actually go for a Sky Attack right there. And we survive it, but then they are able to farm us down. Okay, so we weren't able to get this Lugia low enough to farm down with the Mewtwo, so we have to come in with our Dialga. This Dialga is going to be able to throw a huge Aeroblast, and then now we're just gonna farm it down and hope for the best. Then our opponent reveals that they have Xerneas in the back, and unfortunate for us, that Xerneas is a huge problem for our backline. Here, they decided to switch onto the Zekrom, and then we decided to switch into our Mewtwo to take it out. Our opponent throws the Moonblast because they already had the move, and unless we can get to 3 Iron Heads here, it's looking tough. Here, we do get to 3 irons. Is this going to be enough? We get to the first iron hit here. They have to shield. We have another one banked. Will this be enough? Will this KO? Is Xerneas? No. I don't know, about like 5% health left, maybe less than that, but that just shows you the problem of a Xerneas for a backline, especially when our opponent is up shields. So maybe the idea there was to let the crunch go from that Zekrom and then just kind of switch out. But on to the next one. Hindsight is 2020. Here we go. We go in and we face a Dialga that's severely under-leveled. So this Dialga is not level 50, maybe like level 45 maybe? I'm not exactly sure. We are able to tank the first Iron Head, then we switch out into our own Dialga. Our opponent is trying to get to the Draco, but unfortunately for them, they do not have enough health to survive all of our own Dragon Breaths. And so that was a huge farm down by us. We are able to get to Draco Meteor energy and well past it. So we're going to throw the Draco, force out energy or force out a shield from that Giratina. And now we're in a great situation because we are going to be able to throw another Draco Meteor, either get a shield or do huge damage towards this Kyogre. And our opponent actually ends up throwing on CMP. And then they do it might have been a little undercharge there, and then we immediately switch out into the Hydreigon, and this is GG's because we have 2 shields and we are resisting all of these fast moves, and we're going to be able to resist their Surf. So let's see if we can end up on a great note here. We've had a little bit of everything. We've had a situation where we go to the end game with 2 shields. We've had a situation where we ended the game with 1 shield, and we're just showcasing this team here. Here, we're going to throw the Side Strike here before they throw their own move. And looks like we're just going to let it go. We learned our lesson. We want shields. So our opponent ends up throwing the Brave Bird, and then they switch out into the Dialga. We switch out to our own Dialga. We're going to decide to shield right here. Ends up being the Thunder. So they actually go for a non-traditional moveset here. And all we have to do now is just farm down because they actually let it go. And so now we know that we're going to have energy for this Ho-Oh. The Ho-Oh is roughly 25%, and then we're going to throw our Iron Head here, forcing them to either shield or let this go. They like to shield it, and then our opponent ends up switching out into the Groudon here. This Groudon is going to be going up to the Crespert Blade, but they actually end up baiting the Fire Punch, so huge call by us, and we are able to throw this Brutal Swing in there. Now we're sitting in a great situation because all we have to do is 1 shield and farm down, regardless if this is a bait or not. And now we're going to have... Oh, they actually throw another Fire Punch here. So that was a unfortunate situation for them. Here we're just going to not throw any fast moves, or not throw any moves, and we're just going to be able to farm it down. So GG's for our opponent right here. Check out this team if you haven't already. It's pretty decent, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.